following WCIA3's sports presentation is brought to you by Loman Ray Insurance Group and Illinois State University. This is the Friday Football Fever Kickoff Show.
All the sweat, all the work, all the pain. It all comes down to this. The wait is over. Kickoff is almost here as the 9-week grind to get to the postseason awaits. When the lights come on, you know one thing. Friday Football Fever is back.
Give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Let's go now. Let's go.
And with that, we welcome you to the Friday Football Fever Kickoff Show. I'm Brett Behrens, along with our WCIA3 sports team, Craig Schode and Marley Weirda.
We are pumped for football. Can't wait to bring you a jam-packed half hour, all dedicated to high school football right here in Central Illinois.
Less than 24 hours from now, teams will be getting ready for their first game of the season, but we've got a lot to cover leading up to kickoff, so here we go. This is what's ahead. We look at all 13 conferences with area teams. Who are the favorites? And we'll hear from some of the top players and coaches.
A new conference kicks off this year with a familiar feel. 4 coaches from the Illini Prairie sit down in studio for a roundtable discussion.
And the Paint of Football program has been through a lot this summer. How the team is turning its attention to the field to get back to normal after a tragedy. But we start with our 3 defending state champs. Milford System Park won the inaugural 8-man title. We'll hear from them a little bit later in the show. Monticello took home the 3A championship, while Gibson City-Melvin-Sibley went back-to-back in 2A. The Falcons are 28-0 the last 2 seasons. Now they're going for a three-peat, but it won't be easy. GCMS loses a lot, including All-State running back Jared Trantina. But the Falcons have set the bar high, making them the best program in the state the last 2 years.
I mean, obviously the last 2 years I couldn't ask for more. They were the best football seasons of my life, but it's all about, I'm a senior now. All these guys are seniors now. We want to leave our own legacy.
GCMS welcomes Paxton Buckley Loda to town tomorrow night in the Ford County Bragging Rights game.
Until someone beats them, the Falcons will be the favorites to repeat in the Heart of Illinois large division, but it is a tough conference. GCMS, Tri-Valley, and Deer Creek-Mackinac have all won a state title in the last 4 seasons. Fisher made a move in the HOIC small school division last season, winning its first playoff game since 2005. They returned standout running back Tyler Wilson, plus quarterback Will Delaney. Look for the Bunnies to make some noise once again. Monticello is coming off its program's first state title, a perfect 14-0 season, but 15 starters have to be replaced from that team, meaning there's a lot of fresh faces for the Sages, but longtime head coach Coley Welter and his guys say they're up for the challenge.
That's what you hope success does to a program, is it passes on to kids that to want to aspire to do the same types of things. So yeah, I think we have kids that to want to be good and want to have another good season, and are willing to do what's necessary to make that happen.
Monticello opens up at Olympia tomorrow night.
5 teams from the IPC made the postseason last year. Unity was not one of them. The Rockets ended their 24-year run in the playoffs, so will they be able to bounce back? That is the big question. And can St. Joseph Ogden take another step forward in Sean Skinner's 4th season? All notable storylines this fall. And this season, the state finals are back in DeKalb. The 8 championship games will be played over 2 days right after Thanksgiving. This will be the 4th time the state finals will be played at Northern Illinois University since 2013. It rotates between NIU and the U of I every other year.
These guys are hoping to still be playing at Northern in Week 14. Here are a few names to look out for. Bismarck Henning Rossville Alvin running back Caleb Leahy enters his senior year, looking to go past the 6,000 career yard mark, and he's got a shot to do it. We'll hear from him a little later in the program. 2 other RBs on this list are Jenna Oriena's Mikhail Stanley, back to lead the Bombers, who are coming off a semifinal appearance.
Central's Connor Milton is an Illini baseball commit, but the senior's looking to leave his mark in his final prep football season. Meanwhile, MacArthur do-it-all receiver and defensive back A.J. Lawson committed to Iowa this summer.
There are several new head coaches this year. Josh Pritchard takes over at Paxton Buckley Loda for Jeff Graham, who stepped down after his 2nd stint with the program. The Panthers have made the postseason the last 5 years. Now, a little different story for John Adkins at Mahomet Seymour. The Bulldogs are coming off their worst season in nearly 20 years. He'll try and get them back on track. And longtime Salt Fork assistant and Catlin grad Joe Hagman gets his chance to lead the program he once played for.
Meanwhile, at Centennial, Kyle Jackson will try to put the Chargers back on the map. It's the first head coaching job for the 2001 Chargers grad. He replaces the Kiwi Johnson, who resigned after 4 seasons. Jackson's been an assistant at Centennial, Urbana, and most recently Central, where he spent last season on the Maroons sideline.
Been really awesome. So it just, like I said, it feels great. It feels like I'm home. I'm where I'm supposed to be, and I'm going to be here for a long time.
Centennial opens its season at home tomorrow night against Peoria.
The Big 12 not been kind to the Champaign-Urbana schools the last few years. Centennial, Central, and Urbana are a combined 21-61, and 12 of those wins are from Central. In that time, the Maroons are coming off their first playoff appearance since 2015. Danville has been the most consistent area Big 12 team. The Vikings finished 4-5 last year. Normal Community has won the league the past 2 seasons. Time for our first timeout, but we're not even close to being done. We head to Maroa Forsyth after the break to see how the Trojans are responding to a second straight loss in the state title game, plus stops at St. Teresa and Taylorville. But as we head to break, our stumper, who holds the state record for most playoff appearances? The answer is next. Stay with us as the Friday Football Fever Kickoff Show rolls on.